Ever wondered why Rumi's words touch hearts across centuries? Born in the 13th century, Jalaluddin Rumi was not only a poet, but a spiritual guide whose teachings of love and unity transcend religion, culture, and time. His verses remind us that true wisdom is found in the heart, not just in books. Rumi's message is clear. The soul's purpose is to connect with the infinite divine. That is why his poetry is still one of the most translated works in the world. He is not just a poet. He is a voice of eternity. His words prove that truth doesn't age, it only grows brighter. Through his poetry, Rumi keeps the flame of the soul's awakening alive. Did you know Rumi believed love is the path to God? For him, divine love was the highest form of worship, greater than rituals or traditions. He taught that when we love selflessly, we draw closer to the infinite soul. His poems describe love as fire, burning away ego and revealing truth. For Rumi, love was not weakness, but strength, the force that unites all creation. His words remind us that beyond all divisions, love is the one universal language. His vision teaches us to see every soul as a reflection of the divine flame. Through love, he said, humanity finds its truest self. Love is the eternal key that unlocks oneness with God. What if the world's differences are really signs of one truth? Rumi taught that all religions, cultures, and paths lead to the same divine source. He urged people not to fight over labels, but to seek the essence of unity. His famous line, "The lamps are different, but the light is the same," captures this vision. He believed that God's love shines through all humanity, no matter the form of worship. Rumi's teachings are a timeless call for peace, tolerance, and spiritual unity. Even today, his wisdom breaks walls and builds bridges across divides. His voice still invites us to rise above separation. Unity, for Rumi, was the highest form of faith in the divine. Did you know Rumi inspired the whirling dervishes? His spiritual followers developed the Sufi dance, where spinning in circles symbolizes the soul's journey toward God. The dance represents harmony, surrender, and movement in rhythm with the cosmos. For Rumi, turning in prayer mirrored the turning of planets and the heartbeat of existence. The dance wasn't a performance, it was worship, a moving meditation. Even today, the sight of whirling dervishes carries his message. The path to the infinite soul is not through stillness, but through surrender to the rhythm of divine love. Each turn represents the letting go of self. Each spin becomes a step toward union with eternity. Ever thought silence could be the loudest teacher? Rumi often reminded seekers that the deepest truths cannot always be spoken, they must be felt. Words are powerful, but silence connects us directly to the infinite presence of God. He wrote that silence is the language of love, the moment when the soul truly hears. In the stillness beyond speech, one finds unity with the divine. His wisdom invites us to listen to the quiet voice of the soul. For Rumi, silence was not emptiness, but the sound of eternity. Silence is the doorway where love enters. In silence, the soul learns to listen to God. What if the greatest journey is not across lands, but within the heart? Rumi taught that searching outside for truth blinds us to the treasure already inside. The soul carries its own path to the divine. He urged seekers to turn inward, to dive into the infinite self, where love and wisdom already dwell. For him, the journey inward was not selfish but sacred, because knowing the self is knowing God. His words remind us that the answers we seek are not far away. They are hidden in the depths of our own being. He taught that the heart is the true temple. Within it, the soul meets the eternal light. Did you know Rumi saw pain as a doorway to growth? He believed that wounds are not curses, but openings for light to enter. Suffering, heartbreak, and loss transform the soul, stripping away illusions and drawing us closer to God. His verses often speak of pain as a teacher, shaping us into stronger beings of love. Rumi's wisdom doesn't deny hardship, it embraces it as part of life's journey. His insight turns suffering into a pathway of healing and transformation. Pain, to Rumi, was proof that the soul is alive. In every scar lies the mark of divine wisdom. What if one meeting could change your soul forever? For Rumi, that meeting was with Shams of Tabriz, the wandering mystic who transformed him from scholar to poet. Their friendship was so deep that Rumi called Shams his mirror, his fire, and his teacher of divine love. The intensity of their bond sparked thousands of Rumi's poems. When Shams disappeared, Rumi poured his grief into verses that still inspire today. Their friendship proved that true connection with another human being can awaken the infinite soul within us. To Rumi, Shams was a gift of God's grace. Their bond proved love itself is a path to divinity. Did you know Rumi's teachings transcend religious boundaries? Though he was a Muslim scholar, his poems speak to Christians, Hindus, Buddhists, and seekers of every tradition. He taught that God's essence cannot be contained in any single religion. It is greater than all. His universal message makes him one of the most beloved poets worldwide. For Rumi, spirituality was not about division, but about recognizing the one divine truth behind all paths. His vision was a bridge that connects faiths rather than separates them. His wisdom shines brighter than boundaries. It shows us that love is the religion of the soul. Ever wondered why surrender brings strength? Rumi believed the soul finds freedom not by controlling life, but by yielding to God's will. Surrender was not weakness, but a return to truth, a way of flowing with the divine current. He urged seekers to drop the ego, to let go of pride, and to become like a reed flute, empty, yet filled with divine music. For Rumi, surrender was the secret to peace. His wisdom still whispers, the soul's power comes not from resistance, but from trust in the infinite. To surrender is to fly without fear. It is to live guided by God's embrace. Did you know Rumi's poetry is among the most read in the world today? His verses, written in Persian, have been translated into dozens of languages. Unlike many poets, Rumi's words are not just literature. They are spiritual medicine. They heal, inspire, and guide. His poems weave beauty with truth, capturing emotions beyond time. For Rumi, poetry was not art alone, but a channel of divine revelation. That is why, centuries later, his words remain alive. His poetry proves that the language of the heart never dies. It is the voice of the infinite soul. His lines are rivers of love. They flow endlessly, carrying the soul closer to God. Did you know Rumi's wisdom continues to shape the modern world? From spiritual seekers to psychologists, from artists to teachers, millions still draw strength from his vision. His teachings of love, unity, and divine connection remain a light in times of chaos. In an age divided by borders and beliefs, his words remind us that the soul has no boundaries. Rumi's legacy is not only poetry, it is a way of life. He proved that love is eternal, unity is divine, and the soul is infinite. His message shines brighter with every century that passes. Even now, Rumi guides restless hearts. His voice tells us the soul's truth is timeless. What if one poet could inspire both East and West for centuries? Rumi's words traveled far beyond Persia, shaping Sufi mysticism, inspiring European philosophers, and even influencing modern self-help and spiritual movements. From Goethe to Deepak Chopra, countless thinkers and artists have echoed his vision of love and unity. His poetry has been recited in mosques, churches, meditation halls, and classrooms worldwide. Rumi proved that truth is not bound by time, culture, or language. It belongs to humanity. His influence shows that the soul's voice can cross every border. He was not just a poet for his age, he became a poet for all ages.